Welcome to episode 5 of my Dive Dry road trip. Today we're going to be exploring a cool underwater pipe with its own ecosystem, and I'll also be taking you through my dry suit care and storage routine. Jesus! Vamonos. My name is Sarah, this is Abby, and we live in my van, Ariel. I've been teaching scuba diving for 7 years, but am only now discovering the beauty of cold water diving. Join me on Azul Unlimited each week as I tour the Pacific Northwest and beyond as a newbie dry suit diver. Remember, I'm taking a group to Mexico for some spectacular diving in January 2023, so don't forget to check out the trip details on my website. It's already so hot. I keep thinking that I'm going to go diving in the afternoon because, it'll be a nice break from the heat, but then, I have to remember that I have Abby, and I absolutely cannot leave her in the van in the afternoon because it is that hot right now. So I have gotten to the dive site nice and early while it's still cool. The van is still very comfortable. I'm going to go for a quick dive, see what I can find here. I'm at Point Whitney. You'll notice that my weights are a little bit different today. I think I found the appropriate weight and distribution. So I have it mostly along my spine and then right on the top of my crotch strap. All right. Oh, I need the flag. Aha! Listo! This dive site is another simple one to find and navigate if you've never been here before. I knew that there was a huge pipe with its own ecosystem stemming from the beach. I wasn't entirely certain where it was, but figured I would hop in the water, go out to about 3 to 4 meters deep, and swim parallel to the shore until I found it. Luckily, my diving spidey senses were on point because the pipe was literally directly out from my parking spot. The great thing about pipeline dives is that it's pretty much impossible to get lost once you've found the pipe. And I say pretty much because, it's impossible, but I'm sure somebody has done it. Typically, the way that you would dive a site like this is you would know the landmarks where the pipe starts. Then you would swim offshore in line with that landmark and drop down closer to your maximum depth. That way you're finding your maximum depth earlier on in the dive, and you spend the rest of the dive just getting shallower. This allows you to explore more of the dive site, especially if the pipe runs deep like this one does. This particular pipe ends around 30 meters, so you would want to make a dive plan that's appropriate for your certification level. Regardless, this site is perfect for open water divers. There's tons to see within your depth range. The way I did this, because I had side mount and plenty of air to spare, I started the dive shallow, found the pipeline, followed it all the way to the end, and then swam back following the pipeline on the other side just to see if I had missed anything on the way out. Pipes are really interesting underwater because they tend to be a hub for marine creatures. If the pipes are hollow, they offer a lot of protection and safety for the critters that can fit inside. And even if they're closed off, they still provide a lot of protection for the critters that can burrow along the sides. Exhibit A, this adorable little octopus. There was something truly spectacular about all of the Metridium hanging out on this pipe. I've gotten a lot of questions about these anemones. These are Metridiums, and they put on a beautiful show all along the west coast of North America. There's something really spectacular and peaceful about swimming through low-vis water and being greeted to a field of these sometimes huge anemones. They can get as big as 1 meter tall and have the same type of stinging cells as all other anemones, so make sure to keep your distance. These fields are colonies of the same type of anemone, and they use their stinging catch tentacle to keep foreign anemones away. You wouldn't guess it, but Metridiums move very slowly along the seafloor, and as they do, sometimes they leave behind a chunk of their little feet, which will then grow into another anemone. But this is only one way that they reproduce. They can also reproduce by releasing sperm and eggs into the water column. I originally thought that I would hit the Puget Sound, do a handful of dives, and then be ready to move east. But since the diving has been so good and some other life opportunities have come up, my travel plans have changed. If you want to get more up-to-date information on where I am and what's going on, you can follow me on Instagram, or the best way to connect with me and to support the content on this channel is by joining my Patreon page. I'm sharing loads of extras and more personal information with the Azul Scuba community on Patreon, and it would be great to get to know you there. Alright, let's get into dry suit care and storage. After a dive, I use my camping shower to rinse off the dry suit before unzipping and hanging it by its feet to drip into my foldable tub. I chose the accessory hanger for this because it felt like the most useful and multi-purpose item for van life. And also my dry suit specialty instructor recommended that I hang it this way. I would love to hear from all of my fellow dry suit divers what your preferred method is for hanging and drying your dry suit. My biggest concern with the way that I'm doing it right now is that it's eventually going to make my boots the weak point on my suit. I make sure to only hang it when necessary, otherwise my suit lays across my driver passenger seat when I'm not moving around, but it's just something that I'm concerned about, so would love to hear your point of view on that. Then, when my suit is actually dry, it's time to treat the seals and store it. And for that, you'll get a peek into my non-diving van life days. We found... Oh, Abby! We found camp. Just relax and I would have taken you out on the side. Come here. I know, you're too excited. Not too shabby. It's not where I had planned to camp, but that forest road was closed. So I kind of thought that I was going to be sleeping on the side of the road, but I went for a walk with Abby after dinner and found this sweet little spot. Pretty cool. I thought to myself this morning, oh, I'll get everything out and dry all my gear so I can put it away and have more space in the van. And then didn't realize that it's actually quite wet outside. So, gotta get all this. Watch out. Oh, wait. Oh no, can't do this one-handed. Hold on. Gotta get everything back inside. Cannot do this. I'm great at vlogging. Yeah, wet hood. Okay. Very good. Days like this is when video editing becomes a major struggle. Trying to charge this battery. I have my panels up there charging my other battery. And, hi Abby. My computer is totally dead. Just like a baby bird, like this. Come here. Oh! Put them way aside. I know, honey. So now that it's all dry, I really don't get it. We live in very different worlds. So, I'm going to talc my seals while people shoot guns around me. pretty cool. Jesus. Oh, no, honey, I know, but... You're okay. I was taught to treat my seals with talc. Talc is a clay mineral made of magnesium silicate. It's a soft, slippery mineral, and as such is often used as a lubricant or a thickening agent. It's resistant to heat, electricity, and acids, and keeps things from sticking. Loads of people have recommended that I use baby powder, and this can also be made of talc and cornstarch. For diving purposes, talc seems to be safe to touch and manipulate, but should not be inhaled, so keep that in mind when treating your seals. I got this little bottle of talc from my dry suit specialty instructor, so that's what I've been using. But if you have a recommendation for a better solution, please let me know in the comments below. Basically, I cover the seals with talc and then wrap up the suit for storage. From its feeties. In storage, I'm going to close the plastic zipper, but not the metal zipper. And I'm going to put the little cap on the inflator nozzle, just so it's not like stabbing anything. Now, I'm going to take the little feeties and put them facing each other and just start to roll. Roll, roll, roll. And arms go over. And this goes right in the bag. There you have it. Putting the suit away like this gives me a lot more space in the van, and since I'm not going to dive for 3 or 4 days, it's best just to make the space. Honestly, living in this tiny space as a scuba diver, it's just constant rearranging. I don't know, there's something about it that is kind of fun, I think, because you're like figuring out how to use the space in the best way, and there's always something to be done. It's kind of stimulating, and maybe that's like a my brain kind of thing. There's always like checklists and the way that I've found to do things. I don't know. I like it. Oh my goodness. And the mosquitoes are coming out. I'm gonna try to go on a run. Why? Home sweet home. Abby, is it dinner time? Dinner time? Yeah! Come here! Come here! Thank you so much for watching. It really helps my channel if you hit the like button and leave a question in the comments, or really any comment. Something silly, something helpful, anything goes except for the random X-rated comments that I get, and those get reported. Also make sure that you hit the subscribe button for more scuba diving content, because a whole lot of you are watching and you're not subscribed, and that's rude. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the road.